I got to give a small story before I get into the repair. The first year was 2005 and a half for direct fuel injection for Audi VW. As far as I know, I was the Audi guy, so maybe VW did it earlier. But that high pressure fuel pump system had a lot of issues. The camshaft follower would wear out. Sometimes it would wear all the way through the plunger, and then the high pressure fuel pump itself would start wearing into the camshaft. So that's a big issue. You got to check that off. And but the issue with this video is maybe you have a vehicle that cranks a while before it starts. It's a long crank. Also, there might be like an intermittent stalling or something like that. So the first step is just replace your high pressure fuel pump. It's a common failure item. What can happen is the seal inside can wear out and fuel can actually leak into your oil, and then it can dilute your oil. So I would just give that item maybe 100,000 mile service interval. Just replace that every 100,000 miles. Or if you have a fault before that, go ahead and replace that. But it's like a $300 part, something like that. Get a Hitachi. That's, as far as I know, that's the people that made them for Audi. So the part that I'm actually replacing is the high pressure sensor. The one from 2005 and a half to 2008 had a low pressure sensor that had all kinds of issues that was screwed on to the high pressure fuel pump. But the one that's 2009 to 2016, 17, it just has the high pressure sensor, the high pressure fuel sensor on the rail that I'm going to show how to replace here in a moment. And the issue with that can still cause the same kind of conditions. It can cause a long crank, and it can cause an intermittent stalling issue or loss of power occasionally. So first step, replace your high pressure fuel pump. And then if you're, honestly, it's not a bad idea to just replace your high pressure fuel sensor with it, because it's really only not but like 40, 50 bucks, something like that. Get a Bosch. So it's easy to replace if you have the right tool. I'm going to show you the tools. Got to have a big socket though. I think it's like a 27 millimeter deep well socket. I used an American. I think it's 1 1/16 inch. I used a chrome one that fits in there really good. So let's just get to the repair. The high pressure fuel sensor, as far as I know, does not fail very often. It's very, very low fail rate based on what I've seen. But I have seen where it can cause a stalling issue, a complete, in my own personal car, I had one where a couple days before it happened, it was like a long start, and then it got me almost all the way to work. I was like 2 blocks away from work, and the thing died on me, and I had to pull it off to the side of the road, and I literally had to get it towed the rest of the way to work. It would not start back up, and the issue was the high pressure fuel sensor, the one I'm about to change, and it did not set a fault. There was zero data in the system for anything. I just had to figure it out that it was the sensor itself. It was not the fuel pump in the tank. The car ran for probably like 15 to 20,000 miles after I fixed that. I never have once changed an in-tank fuel pump on a 2009 to 2016, 17 Audi so far. Maybe other people have, I'm sure they have. I personally have not seen that issue yet from all of the Audis that I've worked on. The older ones, yes, but not the B8s, B8.5s, body style. Also, I wasn't recording at first, so I didn't get moving a coolant line with a 1T30 bolt, and I didn't get disconnecting the clip connector. You can use a pick, or you can use your hands if you're very talented like me. But if you really want to see me get the clip connector off, then you can tell me in the comments, and I'll make a special video as long as enough people ask, or maybe just one person. So, Naptown Tuner, watch and enjoy. So you're going to take your socket with your extension, slide it right in here over the top, and then you're going to get your wrench here, break it loose. Thumb it out. You're gonna feel where that trigger mechanism is. It's not on this back side, it's on the front side. So I'm gonna make sure that this clip is oriented the correct way. And then slide it on. There we go. And then you want to make sure to hear it click into place. There we go. Hear that click. Then go ahead and give a slight pull back. Then we just need to put this back in place right here and screw our T30 back in. Right here.